Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the SC.TV podcast for Big Brother Season 17... 8... I forgot again. 17. Damn it, Paul.
Before we went on the air.
Damn it, Paul. You congratulated me too soon. For July 8th, 2015 episode, I'm your Fruit Loop Dingus host, Dom. With me, we have Luke and Erika.
Welcome to Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
And what a recap this is going to be. The whole plan has backfired. Everyone in the house was targeting Audrey, but Shelley's master plan is to get Mama Day, out of the house. So, the craziest thing, though, that I have seen tonight that she has asked to do this past week is to ask John, because John won the power of veto, and she asks him to not use the power of veto, and John's like, are you kidding me? You think I'm fool enough to use the power of veto not to save myself? John, yeah, more power to you.
That was really crazy, but before all that went down, Erika, you were mentioning that the Audrey Day stuff kind of happened out of sequence from what they aired. How did that actually go down?
Yeah, it was kind of weird how things happened in the house because, as you know, everybody knows July 4th was last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, okay, so the eviction Thursday night. Between Thursday night and Friday night, we had eviction, head of household, battle of the block, power veto, all within 24 hours.
Right. So let's wait a minute. We haven't talked about the battle of the block yet.
Right, because you kind of skipped forward.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but rewinding back to the Battle of the Block, we have to get down to another week of pawns, because this week obviously was another week of pawns. It was Shelley and Becky who were the two standing head of households, and their plan, well, one of their plans, Becky's plan was to backdoor Audrey, put up two pawns and backdoor Audrey, as was Shelley's plan was to get Day out of the house.
Well, the entire house was unified to get Day out of the house.
Right.
And then Becky decided to have this brilliant idea of like, no, let's go after Audrey instead. And everybody's like, yeah, we'll do that, fine. And just was like, no, we're getting Day out. She's really annoying. She's really bossy. She's really not fun to live with.
No, she's not. You know something?
I mean,
I'd rather be in the house with Rachel Riley than with Day.
I mean, neither one of them seem like a picnic right now. So it's just who would you rather have out at this point? Who's the lesser of two evils?
I'm really upset with Audrey because like just shut up and be quiet and stay away from people.
Exactly. I mean, did you see when the whole room is dark, she's laying in the bed across from Clay's bed, and she's talking to him like, he's like, keep your mouth shut. I mean, you don't know who you're talking to. I mean, Audrey is putting more of a target on herself and getting more blood on her hands.
Yeah, she's already painted the biggest target she possibly could on her back. And then she laid low. She hasn't been, going around the house or whatever. She's been keeping to herself. And then the 1 minute she gets to talk game with somebody, she's fucking like blowing up her own game again. It's like, just chill out a little bit, relax.
Hello, I mean, obviously these house guests should know Big Brother by now and to expect the unexpected, because remember, the house guests that go into the Big Brother house every season are naturally super fans of the show and want to compete for a chance at the $500,000 grand prize. So they should know better when they first enter the compound of the Big Brother house. Becky nominated, before she was dethroned, her nominations were Steve and Jason, which in the end, they used their strategy to win Battle of the Block, and more power to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the how the Battle of the Block and the Power of Veto and the Head of House, like how all the competitions are meshing together. I really, really
Yeah,
like that.
it's all the same theme, which is really kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like this is
It is because
brand new for them.
yeah, because it's Kathy Griffin's week. She's the one pulling the twist of the Big Brother takeover or BB takeover hashtag, and
Well, it's
she
not even that. It's the theme of the competitions are the
Ginger,
same, and
What's
yeah,
it called? Ginger what?
um,
Erika?
I don't remember.
I just thought it was like Ginger Snap or something like that. I don't know.
Ginger Snaps or something. And as I mentioned to you before, have you guys noticed that
Yeah,
in the Ginger Snap poster, it's Andy?
yeah, I did catch that this time.
Yeah, that is season 15's winner. And the first evicted house guest within hours of Big Brother season 14, Big Brother 14, as they put it, was a photo of the first evicted house guest, Jody.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Jody was evicted within hours from Dan Giesling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember that one.
Yeah, that was like 3 hours after they.
Yeah, but see,
It was 3 hours after they entered the house.
it seems like
Yeah.
because we had the Battle of Black last year, and it was just a bunch of random competitions, all thrown together. And this year, they're keeping in the theme of everything. Like whatever the ginger competition was, it was used as the head of household. It was used as the Battle of the Block. It was used in the Power of Veto. Like all three competitions shared the same theme. It was actually it ties everything together, and it feels more unified. It feels like I can keep track of what's been going on this week because it's just all leading together. It's just I love it.
The Power of Veto seemed complicated at first tonight in tonight's competition, but I mean, but then once I started watching it, it was starting to become obvious to me. Like you have to look in the elevator of what's missing, of what she asked for.
Right.
The assistant. So
Now, did you guys try to play at home?
I was not good enough.
I was trying to play within seconds of watching it. I'm like, okay, something is missing here. It's the rubber giraffe. That's obvious. And Jason picked that up. Not Jason, I'm sorry. Brain fart there. It was John that spotted the rubber giraffe. He's like, who could fit a rubber giraffe in an elevator?
Yeah.
So that's what got him to win the Golden Power of Veto.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's beyond crazy. I mean, look at what we're looking at here. I mean, all these competitions and stuff. I mean, but I'm hoping that they bring the elephant competition back, which you know how that works, right? Remember the elephant competition, I think, as they call it?
No.
Where they go one by one. You could pick a prize. You could choose to trade it for something else. That's the elephant competition. But do you think we'll ever see, now they have to bring this back, this is a Big Brother tradition, as a Big Brother historian, and all of us as Big Brother historians should know this on this podcast, that they have to bring OTEV for a veto competition.
Oh yeah, he's got to be.
We have to have the OTEV competition.
That'd be like doing a year without Zingbot. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, you can't.
You have to do
you
them.
can't leave Zingbot out. The only thing they took out from Big Brother after season 14 was Pandora's Box. They didn't bring that back since.
Yeah, I'm almost positive we're gonna see it this year.
Yeah,
you really think so?
Yeah,
it's gonna come back this year.
I think after the Battle of the Block competition or twist ends, I think they are gonna bring back Pandora's Box. But the rewind button last year, the golden rewind button when they hit it, do you think that was technically a Pandora's Box last season?
No.
I mean, yes and no. It was very different, but it was similar in the theme that they did not know what it was going to do at the time.
No. Right.
So that's pretty much what Pandora is. You open the box. You either choose to open it or not to open it, and either something good or something bad happens. You don't know. That was the same kind of logic with the button. They didn't know what they were hitting. It could be good. It could be bad, and it's the same theory, but it's different.
The button was more like the coach's thing, where it was like, here's this button, and if any of you touch it, it happens.
And
they know somebody's gonna push the button.
Big Brother 4, it was kind of like this is what you're saying, Erika. Like when a Big Brother 14, Mike Boogie chose not to push the button, so it wasn't a matter of how many pushes the button got. It was if one of them, no matter who pushes it,
right,
it's automatically reset.
They know that. They know when they offer it that somebody's going to push it. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what the threat is. Doesn't matter what the promise is. Doesn't even matter if it just does nothing. Somebody's going to push that button.
I want a button in the house that literally does nothing.
Nothing? Okay, what would a button of nothing do inside the house?
Nothing. I just want it there to see how many people are going to push it.
Like out of sarcasm, basically. Okay, what's this button for? And they obviously don't know when it's for nothing, you're basically saying.
Yeah, so they push it, absolutely nothing happens, and they go on the entire game thinking that button did something.
Right, so that would stir up more in the house, thinking, oh, what's going to happen?
Yeah,
amongst the house
the
guests.
reason this happened is because that button was pushed, you know? It would be great.
Absolutely. I mean, that would be some kind of fun. That would be good. You know what? You know where that would fit in? For a sarcasm saboteur.
I think we're going to see a saboteur as well.
I want to see a saboteur. And, you know something? It's a good thing that they followed through and put Meg on the block as a replacement nominee, because how would it go? Like, let me ask you guys this. How do you think it would have panned out if Liz was put up on the chopping block? Because, you know, she's not playing this game alone. She's playing with her twin, Julia.
I think there's a very good chance that Liz would end up going home.
Yeah, but then how would that pan out in the eviction, basically? Like, how would that be? Like, how could they both exit at the same time?
One's technically not in the house right now.
So
Yeah.
one could exit through the back way, basically.
Yeah, they would just bring her out of the holding area.
Right.
That holding area has got to be somewhere on site. It can't, it's not like the
I don't know
hotel room
necessarily.
or something.
It may be like a local hotel that's nearby.
Yeah, or, you know, remember,
Because
this is a
they
studio,
switch
so
at a certain time. They do it in the diary room, so it doesn't have to be it's not random. It's they know. So if they're gonna switch
Yeah.
at 7 in the morning, they could just wake her up at 5 and ship her off there and make sure she's alone. That has
Right.
no contact. You know, if they put her in a hotel room that doesn't have TV or
No.
specifically does not get that channel, you know, the channel that
yeah, you know something
it's on with no phones, no computers, anything like that, or smartphones even, like
Yeah,
laptops,
but
nothing. They could
Dom,
keep her in a
there's-
hotel.
Yeah, but they can't, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they couldn't keep her in a hotel, because if she's playing the game, she can't have any kind of contact from the outside world.
Well, they could
That's
just-
part of this social...
No, I know, but they could put her in a hotel and just not have access to these
Well,
things.
who would
There
do
is
does that?
They
there
do
is there is the option of putting her in the jury house,
it. That is true too.
That is
because
true.
the jury
Like,
house does exist.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the only TV they have has no cable, basically. They only use that to play the DVD of the recap so as to judge who they're going to vote to win Big Brother.
Right.
Yeah, but my point is, Luke, the ABC,
CBS.
CBS, sorry, whoops, CBS has money, and if
Of
they want to be like, hey, we want to rent this room, but take the phone, take the TV, take all the Wi-Fi, you know, I don't want any of this in the room, you know, they take her cell phone away. The hotel would oblige to that. They'd be like, yeah, in a heartbeat.
Oh, of course. I mean, if you know, CBS is willing to pay them, hell yeah, basically, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah. So they could shove her off into a local hotel and then make sure she's not talking to anybody, make sure she's not leaving the room. You know, they have somebody either staying with her from the casting department, or, you know, somebody from the producers, whatever, or somebody's outside the room watching to make sure she doesn't leave. You know, they easily do that, and then they just escort her to a vehicle, bring her right there, put her through the back door. That's fine. They
Yeah.
could do it.
Yeah, they did something kind of similar in Big Brother's UK, where they somebody broke their leg apparently during a competition during the Big Brother in the UK. They had to take her outside the house to go and get her leg fixed. And what they did was they blindfolded her so she had no contact of seeing the outside world.
Yep.
They did that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Out of Meg and Devon, I'm pretty sure Mama Day's going home.
It's looking
Yeah.
that way because, like they said, who would vote out Meg? Because Meg's not a threat to anybody right now.
Yeah.
I like the new nickname she picked up this episode.
What
Mama
was it
Devil?
again?
Mama Demon.
Mama Demon.
Mama Demon, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a Mama Demon, all right. Oh, Mama Demon.
I like.
And one of the
Was it Becky that mentioned Fruit Loops?
Yes. No, Shelley mentioned Fruit
Shelley.
Loop Dingus. Oh, she brought a
Yeah.
little Zach Rance back into the house. So, to Dom, holla, ya Fruit Loop Dingus.
I had to bring the hat back in honor of Zach.
Exactly, and the crocodile shirt.
I don't have the crocodile shirt, but blue, it's close
But
enough.
it looks like it. But you know what? What do you think? You know what? We haven't even seen a signature fashion yet in the Big Brother house. Season 15, it started with JUDD's bear shirt. Season 16 was Zach's pink hat and crocodile blue t-shirt. Now this season, we don't even have a fashion signature
I say
yet.
give it a little time, and we may see what's his name's hat.
Hopefully,
If-
or
if
better
you're-
yet,
if
you know
you're
what's
looking-
become a signature now? You know
Come
what I'm
on.
leaning toward if I wanted to see a signature? Jason's colorful tank tops.
What were you saying, Erica?
if you're looking for something that's passed around among everybody, just like the bear shirt and all that was, I don't even remember what it says. There's this blue college shirt. It has like the name of the college right here, and there's some kind of design. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've
if you
seen
go
it.
back and watch, and like everybody in the house has worn that shirt.
Yes,
So-
wasn't that whose shirt was that? Was that Clay's?
I don't even remember. I've seen it on like 8 different people.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, I think
Yeah.
I think the house guests tend to share each other's clothes. If you've noticed in the previous
Right.
seasons, because they're living in the same house. And poor Julia, was it Liz or Julia that made the switch? Because she goes over to the sink in the kitchen before Jason walks in, and she's like, "Oh, this is gross. Oh God, it smells."
Yeah. She's gagging,
Yeah,
trying to clean it.
They-
Yeah, because basically they live like slobs, basically.
That's one thing I was kind of wanting to talk about a little bit was Big Brother US doesn't make them clean the house.
Right.
No, they don't.
Big Brother Canada, they have to clean the house. Big Brother Australia, Big Brother makes them clean the house. It's like part of their job duties. And I actually like that a lot better because, how many times you see in the show where they say, well, I've never really had much time to talk game with you, or never really spent much time with you. Every morning when the housemates wake up, I'll have the live feeds on my TV here, and it'll be like they're just sitting there. I've even posted in our group about it. It's 8:30 a.m.
Nope, nothing's
Big Brother
happened.
time, and they're still in bed. The night vision cameras are still on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
so they're basically
come
lazy.
on, people.
So
I mean,
the light,
I'm not the neatest person in the house right now. Like my desk has all like used contact cases. Like these are all empty. They're all sitting on my desk. Yeah, exactly.
But see,
welcome to
the
my room.
interesting thing is with Big Brother Australia, every morning after Big Brother wakes them up, they'll be like, okay, Audrey and Davon, go and clean the bathroom. Shelly and Clay, go and clean the kitchen. And they get a task, and these people have to complete their task in like the first hour. And if they don't complete their task, they're a have not for the day. It's like
Yeah.
they have to do it.
But like
So-
if I was in the house, like I just got through, I'm not the neatest person, but I would be so bored in that house doing absolutely
have to do it,
nothing
yeah.
that I would be the only one cleaning in the house, and I barely clean as it is.
I know
And
it's hard. You know something? Right now it's hard for me. Right now my toughest task is folding laundry. I hate folding laundry, but a little off subject. I am buying this thing off an infomercial and on HSN and on their website. It's called the Flip Fold. It was an invention that helps you fold clothes, and it's really, really cool. I've
I
talked to a lot of
I actually saw it on an episode of The Big Bang Theory.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's what I want to get. I'm gonna buy one sometime tonight. Maybe I'll purchase one tonight because
It's how Sheldon folds all his clothes on The Big Bang Theory.
because like me, like you guys. I mean, I know you guys say you're not the neatest and the neatest person. I'm not the neatest person when it comes to folding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking to see if I had any folded clothes
So-
behind me. Nope.
I'd be happy to do them.
There's only
I
one
had-
folded clothes that I have. That's because
Oh.
I've never actually put this thing on.
Posh. Oh.
Yeah, but okay.
So, is there anything else we have to cover tonight?
Yeah, I want to cover what's actually happened in the house this week.
Okay, let's hear it.
Because the entire episode, the entire structure, like I said, because of the 4th of July weekend, they shut everything off Friday. Before 24 hours was up, the entire week was done.
Yeah.
And so Meg knew she was on the block. You know, everybody knew that the plan was dead.
So that's how it works.
Well, that's not normally how it works, but because the 4th of July holiday and none of the production crew wanted to be there on the 4th of July,
Naturally.
They just shut everything down, and like from Friday night on, they were just left on their own. So basically, Devon started running her mouth a lot more, getting people to hate her more.
That's not a good plan.
No, it's not. You know what?
One of the more interesting things happened is she actually noticed and actually watched the switchover between the twins.
Ooh.
No, actually, she did, but I think Jason picked that up as well.
Well, she started telling everybody about it.
Yeah, but I think
she saw the one go into the house, into the diary room. She saw the other one came out. It was like, it's not the same person.
Like, you could tell a little bit of a difference, even though they're very identical, Liz and Julia.
They started. They do this thing. It's never been on the shows. It's never been on. Like, maybe it might be on After Dark if you watch After Dark, but it's never been on any of the shows. No one ever talks about it. They do a podcast every night. The people in the house get together and do this fake podcast for an hour every night, and they just interview each other. And they basically what we're doing now,
Right.
But it's they started getting suspicious about the sisters switching places, and so they started interviewing. I think it was Julia in the podcast, and like laid into her for like 15 minutes. Because all day they had been just force feeding Liz all this information and just telling like all kinds of random stuff about their lives. And then when it came time for the podcast that night, they started asking Julia all this stuff that they were telling Liz. And
exactly, so that's how
she
it
couldn't do it.
Because remember, when they make the switch in between, they only have like 10 minutes to tell each other all the gossip and everything that's going on before one of them switches. Yeah, so you can't do that within 10 minutes if so much is going on.
And they actually slipped up once when they were talking to the people. Liz had told everybody that her older sister, works for her mom. Julia told people that she works for her mom.
Ooh.
So now I get. Wait, was that featured within the live feeds, the After Dark episode?
That was on live feed. Yeah.
Live feed. Okay, so
I believe it was yesterday.
Okay, and do you watch After Dark? Do you watch After Dark?
I don't.
No, I don't either. But how does the rule for the twins work? As far as I know, it
doesn't.
As long as
they're not evicted.
Right.
It doesn't matter who knows.
Right.
Right.
So what keeps her from just telling everybody right off the bat, though?
They don't know.
I don't know. It's complicated.
But what keeps Liz from being like, oh, my sister Julia is also playing. We're twins,
Because then, like, say you say that, then like Luke goes behind your back and is like, yeah, if they make it to like the 4th eviction, they both win $5,000. Just lies. And so,
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, so it's the players by now already know. And
they haven't fessed up to it though, right?
No.
Davon has actually gone to, I forget which one it was. I don't think people really knew at the time. They're thinking it was Julia, and went to him and said, "I know you're a twin. I know you're switching places. I've seen it happen." And she was like, "Okay."
Like,
didn't
whatever.
admit to it. Didn't say anything. Kind of changed the subject,
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it was whatever.
So,
I'm curious how they're going to air that on TV, because they can't just sweep it under the rug. It's got to be shown at some point.
It'll probably be shown tomorrow, because this all happened today.
Okay, yeah, so I'm hoping it's shown tomorrow, because they got to do the recap and stuff. So they get what we're gonna end up seeing tomorrow is we're gonna see how the telephone call plays out and how that's gonna affect the voters.
You want me to tell you who won that too?
Go for it. Yeah.
Yes.
Davon won it.
Ooh.
So what does that happen?
Her special power is she can pick 3 people, and those 3 people don't get to vote in eviction.
So naturally, she's going to pick Jason and James. Who do you think she's going to pick for the third?
No, why would she pick Jason and James?
No. To not vote. She's picking 3 people to not vote. Is that
Correct.
how this works?
So she's basically going to want to pick people that are going to vote against her, and make that so they cannot vote.
Oh, okay. So this gives her more of a chance to stay in the game.
Correct.
In the house. So
under a normal circumstance, it would. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
if she wasn't up against Meg.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Now that you brought that up, now I think I could potentially see Meg going out the door tomorrow. So you still think that now that Erika's pointed this out, now do you have a change of mind thinking Meg's going to go out tomorrow?
No one knows who has it. She hasn't told anybody.
Right. She's not going to find out until it goes live.
And the house thinks Jason has it.
Mm-hmm.
So Davon hasn't told anybody she has it. So they're not gaming. They're not swapping votes.
Oh, okay,
she's not going. Davon's not going to people and saying, I have this power. If you say you're going to vote against me, I'll just make you not vote.
Now, did the phone keep ringing after the 7th call?
I don't know.
Where's the phone located? In the diary room?
I don't even know that either.
Yeah.
They haven't shown it. They'll probably show everything tomorrow.
Right.
Okay, so what does that mean? If Davon could get these votes, she can secure her safety and send Meg packing.
It's not that she gains votes, it's that she makes it so people are not allowed to vote.
Yeah.
So like if like the 3 of us were on and you 2 were to vote, you 2 are trying to vote me out of the house. There's other people in the house too, but you 2 exclusively really want me out, and I know you 2 are voting against me. I'm the 7th caller. I could be like, Luke, Erika, sorry, you guys aren't voting tonight.
Okay, so we're excluded from, we're exempt from the voting.
So that night, the head of household, the 2 nominees, and the 3 people that Davon picked all can't vote.
Yep.
Okay, so that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, so there is an increased chance that Meg could possibly go home, but it's not going to happen. Mama Day's going.
You really insist on that she's going to be going. You really have that feeling.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone in the house wants her gone.
She's a Fruit Loop dingus. She's got to go.
Absolutely. Well, something, I believe the Fruit Loop dingus when I see, and then, you know what, I think Zach would say the same thing. Like I said before, I'll eat my running shoes if I'm surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, so tomorrow's going to be a really good episode. I can't wait to see how the twist ends up playing out. I want to find out about the twins. I really, really hope we're going to find something out. If not, it's probably going to be in the Sunday recap. If we don't get it by tomorrow, we'll probably have it for the Sunday show. So
yeah, because I'm pretty sure they'll be getting nominated next week.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would be a big
because
the twist would be over. That would be it.
They're kind of they got to nominate 4 people, and these people are kind of working their way out to say there's a lot of suspicion that you're playing with somebody, even if it hasn't been already just directly admitted to by then.
Yeah, it seems like this season though, like there's a clear-cut target each time. Like each week there's a new target. And if she's going to go up on the block, then is Audrey going to slip through the cracks again? Like
depends, cuz Audrey's been kind of silent lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the plan still is their plan, like the master plan was to get Davon out this week and then get Audrey out next week.
I mean, what it's really going to come down to tomorrow is who's going to end up winning head of household. Head
of household, because there's 2 HOHs.
Yeah. What if Audrey wins next week? Really?
If Audrey wins tomorrow, or if the twins win, that's going to change the whole week.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, or if both win.
Both win.
Oof. Oh, man. That's who I want to win, is both of them.
Both of them, yeah, that would really stir up the game. I would love to see that.
Yep. You guys have anything else?
Be a fly on the wall inside the Big Brother house. Watch the house guests anytime with the live feeds on CBS.com.
Yeah, so that about wraps it up. Luke, where can the people find you?
You can follow me and find me on Twitter at Zuba23.
Excellent. Erika, where can the people find you?
Pretty much everywhere on the internet at Erika Rain 7.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomadom on Twitter, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, MySpace, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Until next week.
From outside the big
tomorrow?
Until tomorrow. From outside the Big Brother house, we are Dom, Luke, and Erika. Good night.
Clap, 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 clap.
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Had to do the gator clap.
Absolutely.